Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to build a flip top cart. I have some new tools and stuff, and I have no place to put it because I don't really have a big shop. So that's what we're going to build today. So let's get cutting. So we got our rip fence on right now. We adjusted the blade depth to just a little bit more than 3/4. So let's get the cutting. So I put the saw to the edge of the board, and then I adjust the depth of the blade to about maybe a little bit shy of a 1/4. Alright, so now we got two pieces 100% identical. Okay, so now we need what I'm trying to do is get both pieces out of this one board. And I'm pretty sure that I got it. Because this is the only board I have left. So I want to try to make it out of a piece of plywood or a piece of birch that I had, which was 61 by 48. Beautiful. pretty on the money. Alright, so now we got our top and bottom pieces. So we got the two sides, 23.5 by 30. And then we have 26 by 23.5. And that's our measurements. Yep. So that's our measurements for the carcass. Alright, so what we need to do right now is we need to split this in half. So we got 23.5, which makes it 11 3/4. 11 3/4, 11 3/4, 11 3/4, and 11 3/4. Alright, so we know that the pipe is 1/2 inch. So to split, so that gives us 1/4 and 1/4. $28 inches for the pipe. Let's go see if we have a 28-inch pipe. And then we're going to need 2 3/4-inch runners, which we can probably get. No, that's not going to do it. So we'll have to cut some 3/4-inch runners. We can cut the runners out of this board. Alright, so what we need to do right now is we need to go ahead and assemble the carcass. So what I did was I drilled in 4 holes for dowels. I don't like, you know, if I can get away with it, I don't like having, you know, screws or anything like that that I can see. So dowels is the best thing for me since I don't have a machine that can do it automatically for me. So let me spin this around so you, I don't know how I'm going to do this so you guys can see this. So let me do side 2 first, and then we'll do side 1. We'll flip it around that way. So this is number 2. You don't need a lot of glue in this. So there's the first side in. Don't worry if the dowels don't go in all the way, but they will go in after you put pressure to them. Okay, so that's what she looks like right now. So I cut the runners at 4 1/4 because I want the whole top with the drawer to be exactly at 5 inches. Alright, now we're going to apply some clamping force to this. This is where the dowels will go all the way in right now. All right, that's where she needs to be, right there. There we go. Let's make sure. Beautiful. 100% leveled. Now I moved my rails a little bit, well, the dividers away from the corner because I don't want to glue it to the draw plate. So I always move it out a little bit, like I have here, just a little bit, just enough so that it doesn't, glue together, because these have to come back out. Welcome back, guys. So today we're gonna finish the flip top cart. So I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about flip top carts, and there's a lot of really good designs out there. But the one design I really did like was from Fix This, Build That, from Brad. The only thing that I didn't like about the design is the holes on the top of the flip top. I didn't want to see any screws or holes. I wanted everything to be, flush and even without any screws anywhere or anything that you can see. So it's a beautiful design, Brad. A lot of props. So we're going to finish it today. We're going to add the locking mechanism. I'm going to show you what I came up with. I hope you guys like it. So let's get this build done. Now, all of this stuff is scrap. So, that's a beautiful thing. That's why we never throw out scrap wood. Alrighty then. Alright, so the first one we got to do is 23.5. Let's see where this knot comes in at. Alright, so this one we can use for, 23.5 minus 2. Now, since this is all scrap wood, we're going to look at the best part of the scrap wood. We'll set up a stop block on my makeshift bench for 23.5. We'll set it up for 21. Any kind of mechanism will work as a stop block. So now we need 26. Let's see what kind of scraps we got over here. This looks like it will fit. And it'll work beautiful. Now these will cut at the both same time. So these are going to be for the runners for the sides, for the pipe to be mounted into. Alright, so we need to mark the line for the power. So we got 26. That's 13. Alright. We can position the power anywhere we want. Let's say somewhere here. So we need 9 1/4. I think the saw is cut and crooked. Need to fix that. So now we'll staple everything from the inside so that we won't see it on the outside. We'll put these sides on first so that everything matches up in the middle. So when I remove the middle and I route it out for the wire and I cut the pipe, we won't have any issues. One thing I love about staples is that if it gets off a little bit, you can move it. So right now we're just gluing up the edge pieces. Alrighty then. So we got that down. Now we're going to cut the sleeves. Should be 21. Actually, I'm wrong. Shy of 22. Gotta be careful with the staples on the edge so it doesn't shoot out. I like to put a staple right in between the seams so it holds those two pieces together. And Milwaukee made it very easy to do that now. Before you had to really get precise measurements. Now you just gotta center the dotted line in between the two seams and fire. Remember to turn the stapler around when you do that. Alright, so now what we have, move this out of the way. So now what we have is the side runners and the rails are done. Now I can pop this right back out, put it right back in. She's a nice tight fit. There are some kind of adjustments we need to do here. So my plan was to put a top piece on this and route the middle 1 inch so the pipe can spin. But I wanted to separate the pipe in the middle and put retention straps so that power cord can spin. But what I see being a problem is the size. The depth. So let's cut these dowels, or circles, rings, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so let's put these together. So basically, what we have, we cut out, so we have 2 1/4 inch circle. This is the first one I made to make sure it was going to work, so it's like a prototype. So we have these 5/8 carbon screw inserts, which we put in the front, right here in the middle of the circle. So we screw a hole, we put the insert in, and what that enables us to do is to wrap it around the bolt. Oh, this is not the right bolt. So we screw it onto the cart, and then we just screw it so we can go left and right, which locks it and unlocks the flip-top cart. So let's get screwing these up right now. We'll get to sanding them, and then we'll get to making them. You don't need a lot of glue for this. So you just want to put a little glue on it, get it set, and then we clamp. Before you have it clamped tight, just make sure that it's set evenly. Take out the excess glue that squeezes out. I put a little too much glue on this one. But we still have to sand these anyway, so it won't hurt it. That's basically what we have. Originally, I was going to try to... I made these, so I figured if I screw these in, it would be a lot better. Well, that didn't work. So then I made these. I figured if I can make a handle, this side would screw into the flip-top cart, and when I wanted to flip the cart, I could just unscrew it. This side would go into the handle, and I'd be able to flip the top. But this didn't work neither. It was too hard to rotate it or tighten it. So that one's gone. But this is not a complete waste. So we can actually use these for feet leveling feet. So that's another project coming up. So these are not really wasted. These ones, well, we just chopped this up to the old line. So now we gotta wait for this to glue up. Once this glue dries, then we can go ahead and set the carbine screw inserts. Alright, so we're going to let these dry. Once these dry, we'll get back to it. So I really liked Brad's solution for the locking mechanism on Fix This, Build That. The only thing I didn't like is that he has holes on the top and the bottom, which I guess if you don't mind it, it's a beautiful design. It works really well. I just don't want holes on the top of the flip top. So what I came up with was, so I took a 1-inch hole saw bit, put it on the drill press, and basically I drilled out little 1-inch dials like this. And then what I did with those dials, so I took those 1-inch dials and I put those right in the middle there and screwed them down to the bottom or to the top of the flip top, and then use those to lock in the locking pins. And it turns left, right, no problem. So what we're going to do now is put the last piece on the top, and then we'll get that all secured, locked into place. We'll add the tools, and we'll see how she flips up and down. But I have tested it. It seems to work really well. So right now what we need to do is cut that board. I don't have a track saw, but I do have this. Alright. Alright, so there we go. Now we need to glue up this bad boy. Trying to find the squeegee, but I don't know where I put it. So when you're gluing it up, just be careful around the edges right here. Don't let the glue fall into the holder or the locking clip, because believe it or not, this glue will hold that metal right to the wood with a lot of tension. All right, so we'll use a piece of board. All right, there we go. Try to set it when you're putting it down, because the glue sticks really fast. All right, I'm pretty sure we got everything. Beautiful. All right. So now we'll take some 1 1/4 staples. Stay away from where the locking straps are. That's it. It's a bada bing. What? Okay. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you how it came out after we put the other top on. These are the things we made. So they go on, hope you guys can see this. So they go on right here. So they screw in here, and here, and here. Basically on all 4 sides we have 2 which are for the pipes. That goes on like that. Now, you don't glue the pipe inside. You just glue this to the cabinet, or the flip top. So basically, you open it up like that. Works the same way as any other one. Flips it around, just like this. And then when you go to lock it back, oops, too many spinnings. And when you go to lock it back, you just screw this on like that. It's nice and tight. This one gets screwed onto there. And now you have a flip-top cart. So we still have some more work to do. We still got the sides to put on. Now, I did do the drawer. So there's the drawer. I didn't want it on rails. I didn't think there was a necessity for that, because we're not going to have a lot of heavy stuff in there. So, just wanted you to give you guys a catch-up so you guys can see what we've done so far. Now, we made the whole cabinet out of birch, Baltic birch. But when we went to the big box store, they didn't have any more. So instead of spending $74 on Baltic birch, we end up spending $112 on oak finish, or oak veneer birch plywood. So it's a lot more money for this than it is for that, but we needed it. We had to get it done, so you know, we stuck it out and we ate the cost. But this is basically what it is. So I just want to give you guys a quick update on the dual-purpose flip-top cart. So right now we have the ridge sander. So we still haven't made the accessories yet to go on the side, but we'll get to that. But right now we have all the spinning dials done. So it locks in just like this. I made this one a little crooked, but it's alright. It does the purpose. Just unspin it, flip it around, take it off. She's a heavy one, especially with this 95-pound sander on it. Sorry, planer. This one I cut a little short, but things happen, accidents happen. We'll get around it. We don't want to lose these. And then just like that, and she's done. So we got the flip top all done. So now all we got to do is get the accessories mounted to the side. We got to build that. I'm thinking about adding some edge banding to the top of this. Now I only made it with a 1/4 inch depth on the top. You can make it any way you want, 1 inch, 1/4, 3/4. But I made it only with a 1/4 inch because I have another accessory that I want to put over here, which is going to run down the side. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave comments. If you like the videos, please subscribe. It helps me bring more videos like this to viewers like you. And I will see you guys on the accessory part of the video. Ciao for now.